everyone, today we'll be making chili beef bowl, and this is a great recipe to be able to do on a Sunday afternoon and stick it in the freezer for the rest of the week if you're not going to use it that night. It's just chili beef with some red kidney beans and a whole lot of veg that we just stir through together with some lean beef and garlic and onions. And then all we have to do to that is just add it to a bowl with some pita bread and a few little extras at the end. You'll get to see those. You could also serve it with some bolognese with some zucchini noodles if you wanted to, or you could just have it for lunch just with some salad. So I've just browned some onion in a little bit of olive oil, probably about a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm going to add 500 grams of lean beef mince to this. And you do have to work it around in the pan a little bit just to get some lumps out. It tends to be a bit lumpy when you first get it out of the packet, but once it starts to steam through, it loosens up a lot. So you just need to break those lumps through, and then the meat will start to brown. So you want it to the stage where all of the meat is brown before we add the next ingredient to it. So we've browned off all the meat, and it's looking all broken up. Next thing we're going to do is add the garlic. Now the reason we add the garlic now and not with the onion is so it doesn't burn in the pan. So we're adding all the goodness of the garlic, which is great for your immunity at this time of the year, in the winter months. And we're also adding some chili. Now it's completely up to you how much chili you want to add to your chili bowl. There's 2 whole chopped chilies from our garden in there. They're not that spicy, so that's why I've included the seeds. But if you've got some chili paste or some powdered chili, that'd work just as well. So it's really just whatever you've got in the cupboard. Now the secret ingredient that I've got are the veggies. So I've got equal parts of carrot and zucchini, and they've just been grated. I've done those in the Thermomix, but you can grate them by hand or you can grate them in a food processor, whatever's easiest for you and whatever you've got in the kitchen. So stir that round, and that's just going to start to cook off and soften. Then to that we're going to add some chopped celery. So this is just one large stalk of celery that's fairly finely chopped. So all of that goes in. And that will continue to cook until it's all softened. Great. Next thing we're going to add is just some tomato paste. Now there's probably about 3 tablespoons of tomato paste here. You do want it quite rich and a nice tomato-based flavour. So about 3 tablespoons. That goes in. We're just going to stir that round. Starting to look a little bit like a chili bowl mince now. And then lastly, we're just going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. So just 400 gram tin of tomatoes to that. And then you're just going to let that sit for about half an hour. And we're going to put the lid on, and it's just going to cook through for about half an hour. So while the chili beef is cooking away for half an hour, it's a great chance to be able to make the salsa that goes on the top. So it's a combination of tomatoes and onions and avocado and the traditional kind of Mexican chili theme. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in a whole avocado. Avocados are great because they're rich in really good fats, great for vitamin E. So they've got lots of benefits to them. I'll just remove that stone. And this is the easiest way to get the flesh out of an avocado. Just run your spoon around the inside of the avocado and it will just pop out. So I'll just cut that in half lengthways and then down the middle and then across the top. I'm going to do this salsa quite chunky. The same with this one. You can do this really, really fine, but I like to have bite-sized chunks with this. So all of that can go in into our salsa bowl. The next thing I'm going to do is just chop up a red onion. Now I'm going to do this fairly fine because I don't like chewing into big pieces of onion. So I'll just chop it along there, down lengthways. And if you don't like onion, you can leave it out, or you can drop it down to 1/4 of an onion if you want to as well. And along that way. And it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's just chopped up to the size that you like and the amount that you like. There's no fast rule when it comes to this recipe. You can also put a little bit of mango in this if it's summer, which is really yummy, or a bit of pineapple. I've also got some cherry tomatoes, probably about a full punnet, and then they're just chopped in half. So they're the little mini Roma shape, but you can do just the regular cherry tomatoes as well. This one. Then we've just got some coriander. Now people have this, some people have an aversion to coriander. You either love it or you hate it. I love it, so I'm going to put quite a bit in here. But if you don't like it, that's okay. You can leave it out, or you can just put some chopped parsley or some garlic chives would be nice as well. So as you can see in the bowl, it's all starting to look really colourful and yummy. Then we're just going to add juice of half a lemon. We'll squeeze that over the top. This just gives you a bit of bite, helps to bring out all the flavours of the tomato and the onion, softens the flavour of the onion a little bit, and it also stops the avocado from going brown. A little bit of olive oil, just a little, just to bring things together. It's just like a dressing, so that's probably about a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. Some pepper and some salt, probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon, or just over a pinch of salt. And I'm just going to give that a stir around, breaking up any lumps. And that's our salsa. So once the chili is done, we'll be able to put this in the bowl. Just divide this up. This recipe does make for 4. I'll just plate up for 1 serving. And it'll be absolutely delicious. So this has been going for about half an hour on about a medium heat with the lid on. Now I'm just going to add a can of red kidney beans that I've just rinsed and drained. So we'll stir those through, and all you're doing, they're already cooked, so all you're doing at this point is just heating up the beans and putting them through all of the chili beef. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper. So about a teaspoon of salt, and as much pepper as you like. I like it quite peppery, but just adjust that depending if you've got kids and how peppery you like it. So I'm just going to sit that there probably for another 5 minutes just to cook through. If you find that it gets a little bit dry, you can add some water. So just add about 1/4 of a cup of water at a time if you find it's getting a little bit dry, because you do want it to have some kind of sauce with the mince, so you don't want it too dry. So now we've got our chili beef all cooked, and it smells absolutely delicious. All the garlic and the chili have all been cooked down, and it's just smelling really, really yummy. You just want to dive into this bowl. So I'm just going to serve up for 1 plate. This will serve 4, as I said. So about 1/4 of the chili is going to go into there, and put a small amount in, and then I'm just going to add some spinach leaves. Now you can add whatever greens that you like, but I'm just going to add a few spinach leaves. And as the hot chili hits that, it's going to slowly wilt it, and then you can just stir it all in at the end. So I'm also going to add some toasted pita bread. This is wholemeal pita bread, so you can use that, which is absolutely delicious, just to dunk into your chili. And our salsa that we made earlier, just about 1/4 of that, just roughly. There's no rules when it comes to salsa. So that goes on top, which is looking yummy. And then if you like a little bit of extra chili, just over the top. Some coriander as well, just to top it off. And I love these at the moment. These are really sweet little green chilies. And I just got that at the supermarket, and I thought that would really go lovely in our chili bowl. Squeeze of lemon on the side, and we're done. Chili bowl.